Okay, so this is if people on Wednesday was here, we were trying to figure out if this one was ROS, right? So I know what to do. Okay, if people, I'll quickly explain where caused the confusion. Okay, there was a meso group. Sorry, I forgot to always write this one wrong. Okay, there was a meso group, but we were good on Wednesday with this was an R. Don't worry about what we're talking about. But it's just like this stereocenter doesn't matter. We're just talking about people have problem with assign this one, and it was like we assign R, but actually the answer key was S. So it was the question. Yeah, question H. Yeah. Oh, can people tell me what page? I'll just write the page. I forgot. But anyway, it's the one that we went over. Okay, I figured out a clever way to do this. Okay, how would you do that? You break this double bond. Only break this double bond when assigning RNS. You break this. But people were confused. We were confused when we were trying to count how to do that. Okay, when we break this double bond, we're good with this is number 1. And there is a hiding hydrogen, which is going to be number 4. Okay, we'll speed up this a little bit since we just kind of like that's a makeup video for, okay, how is that supposed to be? So now these two, they're the same. So we move on to neighbor's neighbor, right? So this is where we were kind of like confused with, because we said, okay, double bond. Okay, viewing this way, okay, we on that day I pull out a table, and we said, okay, do you compare C by C? Okay, it can cause a little bit confusion is when we treat as double bond, it treats as you're bonding to 2 carbon, but in reality, this one was only bound to 2 carbon. So in reality, this one was only bound to 2 carbon. Even we treat this as like a pretending, but when we were counting, it's basically 1 carbon and it's like a double bond. So it's being like that when we were counting this carbon, okay? And then we'll change the color for the other one. This one, this carbon, when we were counting, this one was it's a real carbon and a real carbon. Okay, and then there's a hydrogen. Okay, this case is real carbon, hydrogen. So it's just like, okay, when I erase this part because kind of like this one kind of win already. If you count real carbon, so even it's double bond, it's not like it's if you count how many carbon it has, you only have 2 carbon neighbor. But one of them is double bond, which means if you are comparing, okay, you will win the other 2 carbon neighbor if they're single bonded, but won't win a real 3 carbon. It's like this is real 3. So that's why. Okay, that's why. So it's number 2 and number 3. So this one is S. Why it is S? Because this is look R, but is S. Okay. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. And then I also play around with that later. Just like I want to figure out if there's a better way of doing this. My suggestion will be if you have other more complicated, you erase the double bond to count. Okay. That's the new way that I think will be helpful. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we just like the explanation on the text.